Morning. Uh, another week, another opportunity, um, more breaths. I woke up, I feel great. Life could be better. I will always say that life could be better, but also life could be worse. And so I'm grateful. I'm thankful for the time I have here. I'm enjoying it. I'm in good spirits. It doesn't mean like things don't bother me, because over the last few weeks, some things have definitely bothered me, and I've allowed some things to, kind of deter me from my goals, my journey, um, my race. And it's the truth is I've realized something like we have true control. We have control over what happens to us. We have control over how we respond. Like we put ourselves a lot of times in some things that, trying to help people, we put ourselves in bad situations. Like a lot of what happens to us on this earth is because of our decisions. Like I said this, I've adopted this a long time ago. Life is truly cyclic. It's choices, decisions, consequences, and then responses. And so, if you go through your life and you go through your ups, your downs, even the good things that happen to you, you just look at the choices you had, right? Then the decisions you've made. Obviously, there are good and bad consequences to those decisions, and then how do you respond to those consequences? And that's just your life, and it just keeps going, going, going over and over, and it's the same thing. And if you trace it back, if you go back, you'll see how your life has become, what your life has become, based on your decisions. And no matter what decision you make, like you're gonna have a consequence, and then you have to respond to that, and then it starts back over, right? Your response is based from choices that you have, of the consequences, and then how you respond to the consequence, and that's it. And I've kind of, like, no matter how much I talk, no matter how much I write down, no matter how much I try to figure out things, like you're not gonna figure out life. That it doesn't matter what blueprint, it doesn't matter how you think it's gonna go. Like that's not how life is. Life is gonna have curveballs. Life is gonna life. Not even we say curveballs, we say fastballs, we say the ebbs and flows. Like life is gonna be life. It's unpredictable. Like if we had the blueprint, like all us would be able to succeed. No one would be poor, everyone would be rich, and again, that would devalue life. Like the great part of life is the unexpected journey. We have no idea what's going on, and that's, to anyone that tells you they have it figured out, they're lying to you. No one knows what's going on. We are all figuring it out at the same time. Again, today is the 14th of September, 2025. No one knows how this day is gonna go. Not even the tarot card readers who tell you, or the people that read your poems and all that. They don't. Those are just evil spirits. Those are just spirits that's probably been around you since you were born. They were in the room when you were born, so they know your name. They understand you, but that don't mean they know your future. That don't mean they know anything about you, because no one knows it. We're just essentially all going through life at the same time, and I've learned to just enjoy it, because like life is gonna life, and you're gonna have to deal with some things that you didn't expect to deal with. You're gonna respond to some things, some decisions that you made. Yesterday, like I'm blessed. Like I'm really blessed. I don't have really anything that really bothers me like that anymore. I used to when I was younger, because the truth is, I try to figure things out that had nothing to do with me, and that's what caused me a lot of, grief and pain, and created a lot of issues for me. Is I try to figure out things that was going to figure itself out on its own. Like life is going to happen, and you just got to go with the flow. Trying to figure out how you can do things without going through certain things. Certain things you have to go through. Certain things are meant for you to go through so you can grow, so you can improve, so you can tell that story to someone else, and so it can help someone else. Everything you're going through does not is not really for you. It's for someone else, because you're already going through it. And so stop trying to avoid it. I tried to avoid a lot of things, and all it really did was send me right back to it. It was just again cyclic. Like eventually, I had to go back and deal with that same issue that I try to avoid. My grandmother, who she's my pastor, she'd always say that either you're gonna pass the test or you're gonna keep taking it. And so if you're gonna you can't avoid the test. You got to repeat that class. And you got to eventually pass that test. And then when you pass that test, you got to keep the answers because some of those answers are going to answer your next test. Like your life experiences help you deal with your future experiences, your future issues. But in some of those things, you have to learn from. If you don't learn from them, you're going to keep taking that test. And you're going to keep wondering why you're dealing with the same thing. It's because you've not gone to a new level. So you don't have, you're dealing with the same enemy because you're on the same level. I'm 37 years old. I'm on level 37. I should not be dealing with the same devils from level 36. I've surpassed them. I should have. I'm on a new level now. And so with new levels come new devils. Also new opportunities. It's both. It's not like life is not all doom and gloom though. We can make it that way. We can make it seem like there are people I meet all the time. I wait, when I'm either on my way to work or I see them at work, and it's always sorrowful. Like life always sucks. Like I never want that. No matter how tough life is for me, like I'm alive. And so if I'm alive, like I'm gonna give it my best shot because you never know when it's over. And like you hear people say that, right? Like, yeah, the truth is you won't even know it's over until you go on the other side. You just be in a place of rest. If you did what you were supposed to do, if you lived the life that you were supposed to live, if you honor God the way you were supposed to. But that, like, what we deal with, what we constantly complain about, becomes our life. And that can't be life. I won't allow it to. Again, at 37, I'll say level 37. Um, Level 38 is about 11 months from now. And so I'm blessed to even think about that. Like I used to worry about getting old. I'm older, not old. Far from old. None of us are. Some people in the Bible live to what, 400 years old. I'm not old. I'm not as youthful, but at this level, my concentration has to improve. I have to enhance all the other qualities as my body gets older. Can't do the things I did when I was 20. I go upstairs and I'm breathing hard. Yeah, part of that's because my eating habits, and I'm working on those too. Like I always try to find something to work on, find something to improve, because we can always improve. When you stop improving, that's typically when you realize that there's nothing else for you to do. There's always something for you to do. No one's perfect, and that's what I take solace in about life. Like it's daily improvement. I learned that from a mentor of mine, Kaizen, continuous improvement every day, chipping away every day, and till you reach the mark. I'm chasing it daily. We should be chasing it daily, trying to be the best version of ourselves, not trying to be who the world wants us to be. Yesterday, for the football game, obviously we won, which is always a blessing, right? Because someone has to lose and someone has to win. And even in the loss, you take something from it and you grow. But there was a celebrity streamer who was on campus, and the kids lost their mind behind it. I don't, it's the same. I grew up watching wrestling, like I grew up, so I don't get mad about people, wanting to be someone or chasing someone or uh, enjoying company with someone, right? Like being around them and stuff like that, especially if they have the opportunity or they're doing what you want to do. But sometimes you got to be wise and be smart what you're doing, how it affects your life. And a young man yesterday tried to jump a fence and was someone called and said it was trespassing. And by the letter of the law, it's trespassing. This young man didn't understand. All he saw was, I'm trying to go get it. This is my opportunity. Like this person's doing what I want to do. This is my dream, and I got to make it happen. I can't get there no other way. But you got to understand the consequences. You got to understand what happens. You got to sit back and think, what's going to happen to me if I do this? Will this be appreciated? Will this be accepted, or will there be consequences behind it? And there were consequences. He was detained. I saw him in handcuffs, and I didn't appreciate that. But again, he broke the law, and so I had a moment where I'm blessed to be in a position I'm in that I can help, I can assist, and it's a teaching moment. It's a lesson, right? That yes, pursue your dreams, but within the law of the land, or face the consequences. If you're willing to face the consequences, then I mean, it's your decision. I'm not trying to get arrested just so I can see some streamer. But if you think pursuing that is going to get you to where you got to go, I don't disagree. It's good trouble. Like, but you got to make it happen. You can't take, like, he took that risk and he didn't make it happen. Not to my knowledge, he was detained. And so they allowed him, they released him, with a warning or whatever, happens from there. But like, I don't think we should ruin people's lives for minute situations like that. I could be wrong. Like, but to have an arrest on your career, like have an arrest on your jacket or whatever you want to say, of that's something minimal like that. But I mean, it'll come up as a flag on your paper trail, whatever, however you want to put it. Like that can stop you from getting a job in 10, 12 years. Now, granted, the world is different. Like how we see the world is different. This young man's making millions of dollars streaming. So maybe you never want to get a job. I have no idea. But it just taught me something more so than anything, that like I have an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the people around me, more so than trying to fix my own life. And we all have that. We all have that calling. We all have that opportunity to change or affect the lives around us by our actions, by our words, by our deeds, and our thoughts. And it was something that sat on me, right? That I used to be that person. I was making those decisions, and by the grace of God, it never, affected me to that instant. But I had issues. I had run-ins with the law like that. Not bad like that, but it's still like you never know. It could have been like that. And so I saw myself in that young man and had the opportunity to talk to him. And again, you just got to think about your decisions. You get choices, and pursuing your dream is tough, right? But you got to make smarter decisions so you can continue to pursue your dream uh, without resistance. That's that's pretty much like that. Yesterday was a day, was amazing, but that kind of set on me to talk about, because it kind of illustrates what I really wanted to talk about pit stops. Like in obviously in race car driving, NASCAR driving, they do pit stops to get cleaned up. They do pit stops to catch their breath. They do pit stops to change tires because it's necessary. And even myself is necessary for me, because I try to go as hard as possible. I get up 4:35 a.m., come to work, and like I said, pour into others with jugs, with film, making sure they on the right path with conversation. Um, then I pour into myself, but I always start with pouring into God, listening to gospel music on the way to work, praying when I get up in the morning, and then I pour into someone else, like I said, the jugs, film, conversation about life, stuff like that, and then I pour into myself. Like I go work out, I go take a walk, do this podcast, and that's how I start my morning every day. And so I had to start doing it because you can drain yourself, and pit stops are necessary in life. Not saying you quit, you give up, but like sometimes you need to stop for a breather. Like you're going up those flights of stairs, right, and you feel your heart racing. Like you got a choice of continuing and maybe possibly fainting, or taking stopping and catching your breath. That's important, and it's important to know when you have to do it. Like you running your race, the race of life is a long race. It's lonely sometimes, but sometimes even more so, enjoy the sun. Like now, I was running on a treadmill. I was climbing the stairs in the stadium. Now I walk to the levee just so I can see the sun because I want to enjoy those moments. I want to smell the flowers. Like I want to. I don't want to run through life without enjoying the moments of life, of living. And we shouldn't either. Stop the smell of roses. Like look up at the sun. Like how often do you look at the sun? When I was a kid, that's all, we stayed outside all day. Like if you went inside, you had to stay inside. And so you stayed outside as long as you could. And now we're all inside. I work in the office, right? As you can see, there's no windows. And sometimes it'll drive you crazy. Like life is tough. Like I have moments where I don't want to get out of bed. That's the truth. Like I've had these moments, and it's not because like I'm depressed, right? Like we go through these bouts of just life. Like and you just like, man, what's going on with me? It's just sometimes you're just moving too fast. You gotta slow down. Slow down and enjoy things. Slow down and prepare better. Sometimes life just wants you to calm down. You're running too fast and you're running on fumes. Like you're doing this race, and you the tread on your tire is running out. Like you need to refuel. Like and I was once the type of person that you go until you like realize like enjoy. Like take a pit stop, enjoy, park for a second, and enjoy everything around you. Enjoy these moments, like because you can't get them back. You could talk about them. I wish there were times that I can still talk to certain people. Like you hear people say, "You wish heaven had a phone. You wish heaven had visiting hours," and that's the truth. Like as you get older, you start to realize because you begin to appreciate life more. Like I listen, I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Like I'm gonna live a long time because I have more work to do. I have more people to meet. I have more hands to shake. I have more lives to impact. And but as I'm doing it, I want to enjoy. Like I had a good friend of mine. We go to California to train some of the athletes, not myself, obviously, but I go out there to enjoy a getaway. And one of my friends who trains, never been into that valley, never been to a football game, and I had the opportunity to extend him some tickets. Right, just come enjoy yourself. Come see what this looks like. Because we go to Cali, and Cali's great. Cali's amazing. Come to Louisiana and see a good football game. Go in the Tiger Stadium, and he was blown away. But it's little things like that, right? That you get the opportunity to impact people's lives and to show them a good time that they'll never forget. And you never know how far they'll go. You never know what someone's going through. That moment can keep them moving forward. Like we can impact so many people, but in order to do that, we got to impact ourselves. We got to take a couple breaks. And I'm not saying stop what you're doing because if you watch NASCAR, when they when they go into a pit stop, it ain't nobody stops. Like it's chaotic. It's fast because we got to get back to it. I don't have that long to sit here, but I need to sit here so I can refuel, recover, recharge, and get back to it. That's all it is. I'm not saying lay down and don't get up and be lazy. I'm not condoning that at all. That's not me. I can't stand it. I don't want to be around lazy people. Was it drain you? And what I'm saying is sometimes you need to take a little pit stop, a little quick little stretch break so you can get ready for the rest of the run, for the rest of the race of your life. Refuel, recharge, um, because it is tough. And some days are better than others. Like I said, I deal with it probably weekly, at least once a week, because when you're going so hard and you don't really see the end, right, of the race for this period, like sometimes it get overwhelming, and you got to push yourself, and you you really got to trust the plan. You got to trust the path, and that takes time. Again, I'm 37. I'm on level 37. Um, so that time is kind of, I understand it now. Again, we all get 24 hours. No one gets 25 hours. If somebody get 25 hours, let me know, because I'd love to steal an extra hour. That means there's more time to work, more time maybe to refuel, so I can finish this race, so I can complete this journey, and so I can get to the next task. That's what I'm always looking for. But now, more so, it's important for me to enjoy it. Enjoy these wins. Enjoy the learning lessons, because you only get so many, and you can't get them back. They become memories. So I appreciate y'all. Like I just had to have that, because these conversations are important. You never know what someone's going through. You never know how just a plane ticket, a game ticket, a sideline pass, a smile, a hug, an appreciation, a text message can save someone's life. So take a couple pit stops if you need them, because you know how fast you need to go. You know what you need to succeed, to grow. You know what you need. And so take the time that you need so you can be at your best. I think when I was working with the Rams, Sean McVay coined this phrase that stuck with me since like 2020. Competitive excellence is being at your best when your best is required. And in order for you to be at your best, you have to refuel. The pit stops are necessary. Not stopping, not quitting, but refueling, recharging, and getting ready to finish the race. Because you need to finish it, because there are more tasks. There are more on this journey than you think. The ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, they won't take you. You got a lot to live for. Keep going. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is just the beginning. Life is amazing. Life has so much to offer. Do not give up. Don't quit. Don't let the world win. We're going to be okay. Love y'all.